boy made the beat.
I'm gonna pull up in that right phone. Pull up, yeah.
All right. Y'all already know what it is. About My Money TV. It's your boy King Kaos.
And it's your boy Gunna the Great.
We bringing y'all content, man. I know we ain't been bringing a lot of recaps, a lot of content with me and Gunna. I love it when Gunna's here, man, because I got a better perspective coming from a battle rapper, a regular rapper. Man, you know, we got two different points of view, so it's always better when I got Gunna in the building, man. We're going to go over UM4. We're going to go over some other topics for y'all, man. We're going to be dropping more videos, more consistent, man. Appreciate everybody that's rocking with us. Make sure you checking out Gunna. Make sure you checking out Gunna's music on his page and following everything we doing. I just dropped a dope battle on the channel, man. Check out that Bros vs. Gunch. It's going up right now, man, and it's a cold battle. I got a couple more coming up. But let's jump right into this UM4, bro. What did you think about it, man?
First off, man, I want to say RIP to my homie Mike. Man, I just lost a super close friend this past week, man. So I kind of been, you know what I mean, I've been on edge a little bit. Been trying to get my mind together before I get back to doing what I got to do. But RIP to my homie Fat Mike, man, for real.
Man, prayers up for Fat Mike, man. Hey, I lost a son last year, man. I lost a sister, man. I know a lot of people, not even from COVID, man, from a lot of people have lost a lot of people over the last year and a half or so, man. So we want to just send prayers out to his man, family, man, and all the loved ones that everybody has lost here in these last couple of years, man. It's really imperative that we get this under control. Health is wealth, man. Violence is not the key. Let's teach these young men that we can get money, we can interact without having to kill each other, man. You see the shirt, man. Black men matter, man. And I really believe that, man. So rest in peace, man.
But as far as UM4,
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. First off, before I get into the battles, I want to ask you what you think about real name Brandon and Piranha being able to get that bye week, man. I mean, sorry.
real name Brandon.
Real name Brandon getting that bye week.
My
man. Personal
opinion, I feel like if the shoe was on the other foot, they would have made Piranha battle somebody on short notice. That's just the way I feel. As far as, I don't really know when Piranha gave them the word that he wasn't going to be able to battle. So I can't really speak on that, but like I said, me being from the Midwest and me just see how they pick and choose how they want to do situations, I just feel like 100% they would have made Piranha battle somebody else on short notice. Man, that's just the way I feel.
When I posted it, I made a video. You know what I mean? I send my prayers and my shouts out to Piranha because I love covering my region, man. If y'all don't know, we from Naptown, man. I do cover the Midwest, man, very heavily. Of course, I cover, you know, URL, RBE, KLTD. We love battle rap, man. This is a battle rap podcast channel, review channel, whatever you want to say. We all about hip-hop here, but I posted that video on Piranha, and that was probably 4 or 5 days before the battle. And my first thing I said is that they need to bring somebody from that first round back that had a controversial battle to go against real name Brandon.
But I also think, I don't know how that would have worked, because I think they was already trying to match those people up like they did the previous tournament.
You know what I mean? Had the new people, so try to give them new looks.
You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, so like I think they already had made Elijah Straight versus Piranha. That was being talked about immediately after those battles anyway. Mm-hmm. So you know what I mean? But Truth Watson, I don't care. Battle somebody, anybody.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's Crucible. It's people that's been going through the Crucible and been showing.
Casino, he was another one.
Casino was another good one. I feel like the Midwest has really showed up in this, and we showed that we are a force within this battle rap. I don't want to make it a coastal thing. I'm not really one that all the way buys into that we getting LA pushed on us. I think LA is pushing.
Yeah.
So
and I think some of those people, that. You know what I mean, they doing their thing.
Yeah,
so
I respect that.
Like the West been having battle rap on his back for the last 2-3 years. So some people that even if we don't think they good, they deserve to have a couple people wiggle through. Man, it took them a long time to break through. So when they break through, like, hey,
let them get it.
You know what I mean? Let them get some people through. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so.
Man.
I ain't mad at that.
Shout out to Real Name Brandon. I think Real Name Brandon.
And he was one of the favorites. So
one of the favorites, and he's one of the few that I think that is ready for the pressure of some of those bigger name opponents.
Me too.
The Shugs and people of that type. You know what I'm saying? I really think Real Name Brandon has a place within the culture. I don't want to take nothing away from him, but I really believe that he should have had to fight to get into that next round just like everybody else. Even if you brung in somebody from the Crucible or from the last PG process.
Even if you was gonna push him forward, I think because now he got an advantage. If all his material is not tailored, which I doubt it was, you always got random bars. He's able to take that and add to it.
Yeah, when on the face-off, he said, I ain't seen it. Maybe it's because on Sunday I usually don't do a lot. So today is Sunday, right after the battles. I haven't been online, but he said that he was gonna spit the bars.
They ain't let him.
And they ain't let him spit it. He could have went on his channel and spit it. That way he didn't reuse the bar. Me personally, I managed Gunna. I would have told Gunna to hold on to them boys. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, me too. I'm not mad at Real Name Brandon. Like, this got nothing to do with Real Name Brandon. He's going on, like, whether we want him to or not. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, I would have held the material too. Like, you giving me an advantage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So next got a lot of ground to cut. Well, we'll get back to that. But so this is nothing against Real Name Brandon. We just feel like if the shoe was on the other foot, they would have made Piranha battle somebody, man.
I believe that if it was a Midwest rapper, they would not have gave him that bye week. I don't think too many people would have got that bye week. In all the tournaments, I have not seen. We just seen, and I hate to do URL versus RBE. I don't do that. I don't get paid by none of these companies. None of them send us checks. Yeah. But RBE, when they had the problem
with Serious Jones,
Big K got cloned within a week, and Clone did what he had to do, and they had a good battle.
Facts.
So I feel the same way. I feel the same way about that. But that's it on Real Name Brandon. He's in the semifinals. Let's talk about the battles that did happen. The first battle on the card was
the first battle that happened was MVP versus Kid Slade.
Man, Kid Slade. Let me say this before we get into these rounds. It ain't no bar breakdown. Let's make that clear. This is just a little recap. I like Kid Slade's style. He looks comfortable up there. He was one of my favorites going to this. If you watched our last video, I did not see MVP last week.
Yeah, I did.
And he did.
And even in seeing him, I didn't think his performance was that crazy. It didn't take much to beat Truth Watson last week. I'm gonna be honest. I know some battle rappers that y'all don't know about, include me. I could have beat Truth Watson clearly.
I think so.
You know what I mean? Clearly, like that week, his material was terrible. I seen way better Truth Watsons.
I got money.
Way better. I seen way better versions of him. So, with that being said, like, he was terrible. Like, everybody would have beat him. I damn near stumbling. Could have beat Truth Watson last week. Like, it was that bad. The first week. Man.
Mr. Dumbles.
So, like, and MVP, his material was cool, but it wasn't crazy.
It wasn't what he did this week.
It definitely nowhere near what he did this week.
What he did against Kid Slade this week was phenomenal to me.
And I think it caught Kid Slade by surprise, too.
Who went first? Kid Slade went first?
Nah. MVP went first.
MVP went
first. He set
the
tone.
And he set the tone. I think if now that I'm refreshed, he say that.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me see.
No, MVP was. I think he went last.
Yeah, he went last. Yeah, he did. He did. He went last.
Cause Kid Slade had a great first round, and when I was listening to Kid Slade first round, I was thinking, oh my goodness, what is MVP gonna do to top what this man is doing in this round?
He left the earth his first round.
To me, he edged it all 3 rounds. I did when I listened to it, when I first listened to it, it was a kind of like a 2-1 to me.
Yeah.
I thought,
especially the third round. The third round was close.
Second round was really close because that was the one where he was like, "Have you ever had to cut off the fingernails?" Because that was his craziest round.
Yeah, Kid Slade's second round was cool.
Crazy round, bro.
Yeah, that's the same round where he said man.
Kid Slade had a crazy second.
Man, I'm trying to remember something that he said. He went crazy. Yeah, he did have some good material.
He had a crazy second, but I still, the way MVP went into what Kid Slade did, it
kind of disarmed him a little bit.
It made what he did next not look so good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He drug talked in his first round better than Kid Slade, which caught, I think, everybody by surprise. You know what I mean? That caught everybody off guard.
Let me tell y'all something right now, man. If y'all don't think the Midwest can talk drug talk, y'all are sadly mistaken. Man, it's hard. If y'all on the coast, if y'all on New York or Los Angeles on the coast, y'all don't have to do what we got to do
we gotta
get
drive.
the pack here.
You feel me?
We got to work
to
get
them drives and unmarked cars.
And I don't, hey, statute of limitation. I'm a businessman, but
allegedly,
you know what I mean? It's a little harder for us to get it here. That's all I'm saying. So for him to be able to do that drug talking the way that he did, I was not looking for that. I did not think he was gonna go in that direction, but he did it.
Crazy.
And he made it. He made it a battle. I seen a couple people give him the 3-0. Every judge,
I did personally.
Every judge gave him the win in some type of way. I edged him all 3 rounds. Even though I like the Kid Slade third round, it's like he had a minute of nothing. His first minute was nothing. Kid Slade third round was short to me.
Yeah.
And that was the reason why I could not give it.
And it took long for...
The build up to it was crazy. Like you said, once he got to the point, it worked out. But he got haymakers. He just take too long to get to him sometimes. So like his filler wasn't as good as the filler from last week, or the build up. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I personally had MVP 302. Yeah, I had MVP.
The first clear to me. The second and third edge. That's how I had it.
For me, it was no question who should have won that battle when it went to the judge. Facts.
And I think Kid Slade, even though you could tell in his demeanor a little bit, he kind of felt like he lost.
He did. I'm not gonna say that he, you know what I mean, was like I lost, but you know, you can feel the momentum switch in the room, and you can feel if you delivered your material in the way that you wanted to. Personally, I don't think he did a bad job. I think it was a great showing, and I know that we're gonna see him again on the platform.
Oh yeah.
But
him and Easy gotta go down.
It gotta happen.
I want to see that because I want to see it with. I really want to see it with no stipulations. I want to see him without the time limit so he can really talk his talk.
Talk that talk.
This is my introduction to Kid Slade. I never knew nothing about him, but I like what he do. So him and Easy, that has to happen to me. It don't have to happen right now, but it has to happen.
Yeah.
I honestly, me personally, I would rather for it to go down on Gates on the Guard. That's me. That's just me, because you know what I mean?
Don't count. They
really don't count.
I've heard. You know, me personally, I count every battle you win.
Me too.
I look at it. I look at what you did.
Because they pay you for it.
I look at what you did. You know, on and off of URL, because if you don't have a big showing on URL, then I gotta go back to look at what you did on these other leagues. So we go hard, Gates of the Guard, and something in that region.
I battle.
Where I'll
be
dope.
Warfare, all that. You know what I mean? So I look at all that, but yeah, man, I'm not opposed to it going down on another platform, but because it's gonna take a while for him to get him on URL right now.
Yeah, and I think I
don't think Easy looking for them matchups on the big platform right now. He don't have to either.
I really think that he need to develop a little bit more in that URL, that caffeine room, in order to get his structure down, in order to learn how to get to the punch a little bit quicker. Because, like you said, in his third round, he had a lot of filler spots that took him a little time.
Probably like the first 30 to 45 seconds.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
But yeah, this was, in my opinion, this was a easy battle to call.
That was a gentleman's 30 if you ever can call one.
If you ever can call one, facts. Because like we said, Kid Slade was not terrible. It's just like he was a notch down from what he was last week, and then MVP was like
10 times better.
Facts, like so. Yeah, shout out to MVP. That's the Midwest right there. St. Louis, the Louis in the building. So yeah.
Soon as MVP and True 401 and I seen it, I went right into the Midwest moving like, here go y'all flowers, baby. I love you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Shout out to both of y'all. I'm not, and let's get this clear. If you would have lost, I would have said you would have lost.
Facts.
And we don't do, even though we love our region, I'm not biased. If you lost, you lost.
You lose,
bro.
you lose.
Because telling somebody they won and being a yes man won't give nobody room for improvement.
We got on here and told True 4 that he lost to Dev the Demon when he was about to battle, you know what I mean, one of the Indiana natives and Mikey Ruthless. We told him he lost. Like, hey, you lost.
Yeah.
Like,
and I'm a True 4 fan. He made me a fan because
he made me a fan too. Because before this, bro, I tell you, I'm like, I don't see it personally.
Yeah, but I was
like,
telling
he made me a believer.
I was
he
telling
told
him
me,
like,
boy,
boy, he gonna
bro.
work, bro.
He
That
was like,
boy,
nah, bro, he nice, bro. He just, when he prepared, he nice. You know what I mean? And I'm a believer now. You know what I mean?
What?
But so
that
since we basically said that, we're gonna go ahead and go into the next one. True 4 versus Sheed Happens.
What? The S in front of, I already got the S in front of me. All I need to do now is to take heed.
What?
Hold it, buddy. That first round, buddy, you came out with $25,000 worth of bars, buddy.
Man.
Period.
Shout out to Uncle Rod, because that's what he would have said. That was $25,000 worth of material.
You know, I like to say that's $25,000 worth of bars there, sir.
Man, for real.
He went crazy. Now, everybody been talking about it, man. He put on them kick dough number ones in the second round, man. If he didn't have that little stumble,
it would have been a 30.
If he didn't have that little stumble, it would have been a clear win, bro.
Facts.
I believe that's why I was split so much down the middle because of that second round.
He made it closer.
Yeah,
he made it closer than what it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the second round is the only round they gave Sheed for the most part. Well, the judges that, you know, any of the judges. So that's one round that everybody said True 4 won the second round if it wasn't for the stumble. So there would have been a unanimous decision.
Yeah, and what it was in the first round, he took Sheed's style and showed. So once it's I think that's a veteran move. That's one of them tactics that a lot of people can't pull off. I see it all the time when people go in with a puncher and they try to punch, or people go in with somebody unorthodox and they try to be unorthodox, but they don't pull it off as well.
Nah.
He pulled it off, and then when she came out, it was like no reaction because he disarmed him. He took away the surprise factor of what she was
about to do. Facts.
So that first round was pivotal in setting up what happened within the rest of the battle.
Facts.
So that second round when he threw on the black Air Force One, he did stumble a little bit, but she seemed like he was disarmed. It seemed like everybody in the room was looking for she to do something crazy, and it never really materialized to me.
His material was far less potent than it was the time before.
Man.
And actually, writing-wise, True 4 material was better. He just had the slip up.
Yeah, and his delivery in that first and that third.
He got the best delivery left in the tournament.
That first and that third, that delivery was flawless, man. If you can learn how to pace yourself, it's something that I always talk to bro about, because I don't give pointers to everybody, but I like to give pointers when we be on screen, because I do try to drop jewels. Breath control and just your basic, you know, cardio helps you a lot when you're on that stage and you gotta get that energy.
Especially when you're gonna have a
Yeah,
you know what I mean? If you're gonna
rapid
have that,
delivery.
Yeah,
you gotta have cardio together.
Or you're gonna have to do it in spurts where you able to breathe, you know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you now, like, I'm not one of them people who gonna do a lot of but I will do it in blocks. And then when you get it in blocks, since that's not something normally that I do, it's gonna be enhanced, because they're like, man, I ain't expect him to go there, you know what I mean? Absolutely. But when you do it a lot, they like Ace, you can't mess up a word. Yeah. Your mouth can't get dry, or you gonna fumble a word. Like, you know what I mean? It's hard.
I think that's what hinders Ace. Ace has got one of the craziest styles, man. I think that's why Ace, people keep continuing to gravitate towards Ace. He like a rapid loaded Lux, you know what I mean? Like a baby rapid loaded Lux, you know what I mean? In the context and the complexity of his
might have the most words/syllables as far as rapping and battle rap today. Like, he say a lot of words, bro. a lot of words.
Absolutely.
And it don't just be no regular stuff, like, so we ain't gonna put that on him. Like, Ace be doing his numbers, like he be saying some crazy stuff. And Sheed is similar, like he say some crazy stuff too. This is another thing I want to say.
She will be back.
Just because people don't react
Doesn't
to
mean
it, don't
anything.
mean we didn't get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just don't be that nice to us personally.
Yeah.
We don't have to like it like it's the greatest stuff in the world every time somebody say it. Nah, like sometimes it be cool. Like
I feel like people was actually catching it.
Yeah.
I just don't believe that it was hitting in the
way
way
he wanted to.
thought it was gonna hit.
Yeah.
And a lot of time we'll talk about this next one, and when we talk about this next one, I'll Bo's the Bambino, I'll tell him what he did.
If you gonna write, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you gonna be a writer or whatever, some people just not gonna catch stuff, or they not gonna understand it the way that you presenting it. So just rap your material. If you get a reaction, you get a reaction. If you like, they still have to listen. The judges are still there. They're not there to catch the reaction. Look how much praise they was giving She, even though he wasn't getting a reaction. You don't have to get reaction to get praise,
gonna be
bro.
around. She, even though Truffaut won that, She is definitely gonna be around. I can she versus a bill collector.
Yeah, She is another person I want to see with time.
Yeah.
You give him time.
Give him time.
What? I know he gonna.
And they was timing people rounds. They was cutting people
They
rounds.
was cutting
They
people
was
out,
not
for
giving
sure.
you a chance.
For sure.
So
I respect them for taking the initiative to do that this week, because the couple weeks prior,
the first two they didn't, and the last ones they timed everybody. So we got to be fair with that timing system too. Overall, just because it was 3 battles, it wasn't that stupid impressive this week to me. I do think a couple people like MVP definitely had a standout showing. I think Kid Slade definitely had a standout showing. Truffaut showed what he was made of. She showed that he belongs there. So everybody has been capitalizing on the opportunity.
Facts.
So shout out to y'all for that. Let's go in. Truffaut took that one.
Yeah.
Let's go into the next one, which was the most controversial. Everybody talking about next. One thing I'm about to say right now before we even get into this is I don't believe none of that biasness or none of that. I think Geechee did what he was supposed to do. If Tay Rock really did not like that man, I'm not going to let him go into a tournament. And I know somebody has been saying that they don't like him, judge him. I'm not letting my artists do that.
And this is what I would say too. If the other artists had an opportunity not to take that away, and they just kept it how it was, that's their fault for not taking initiative.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily blame Next for that.
You can't.
You know what I mean? Like, cause you want the cards in your favor.
And at the end of the day, that man still had to rap.
But I do
and make these judges believe what he was talking about.
Still do believe that there is a little bit of West Coast bias.
There's a little bias right there. But they've been showing that. They've been showing that.
That don't take away from what I feel like I don't think he beat Elijah Straight. Let's get that clear. But he went forward, and this week he did enough to beat his opponent.
Yeah.
He didn't necessarily beat his opponent. His opponent beat himself.
That's what I was going to say.
Next didn't have no super crazy material.
Bo's the Bambino.
He was clean.
Let me talk to you. Let me just talk to you for a moment, man. What is up with this? I see so many battle rappers when they think they got a cold punch, pause for the reaction. You in the caffeine room, bro. You need to continue on with what you are doing. Do not pause for that reaction. Do not react to your own bar. I hate that. That is a count against you to a person like me that analyze.
Unless they react, then you be like, nigga, what?
Yeah.
Don't say nothing. Just keep going.
But he kept on hyping himself up after a punch that nobody was really reacted to. And what that does is that takes away from you, to me personally. And if I know any of the other judges, I study battle rap, I study the judges, I study the media. I know that takes away from what they look at in your performance because you're stopping. And that makes it look like either you're trying to get them words back, even though sometimes I think you was not stumbling, but you was repeating stuff because you was feeling yourself or feeling that punch when you should have been continuing through your process. I think that's what hurt you a lot.
Me
But
too.
I really like what you do, man. I think you was a surprise in the tournament to a lot of people. You got stumbles out of here clear,
Man.
and you had a great chance of beating next. The way that you attacked him with his real name, not doing the next flips, everything that you everything that you was doing was the right approach to beat him. But what happened with that stumble and you didn't get it back, then you got
That
it
hurt
back,
you.
that hurt you more than anything else.
Because you won, in my opinion, if you get your material out clean, you won the first 2 rounds clear. I would have gave you the 30, because although I like what Next tried to do, it just, the content wasn't that crazy to me.
It wasn't.
He addressed the stuff, and cool, you could do that. But even if you address the situation, the punches and stuff still have to be there to me.
They both had the crazy Gaddis bar. I did like that he said, I don't like that you gave me the first and not the third. Boy,
that was hard.
That was hard. I thought the same thing.
That down there might have been a bar tonight for me.
Yeah, because I thought the same thing. I thought that Elijah clearly had that first, and he clearly had that third. So to me, the battle came down to that second round.
Yep.
So in all actuality, that was one of the hardest bars of his round.
Facts. That was one of the best bars of the night.
But again, he was clean.
He was clean. He
executed his plan.
And he worked all angles.
He worked
he
the
used
camera.
Everything.
He worked the stage. He worked the stage. He worked his way around Boza Bambino, through both. That all made for him. That all set him up for the win.
So he won this battle clear. I'm not even about to debate that.
No.
There's nothing to debate. Bo stumbled in the second. He really had a little in the first too, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the people still gave him the first. Because his material was far better than Nick's material in the first. So I understand I'm giving him the first. You can't give him the second. The third, it was close.
But that clean throughout.
Yeah, clean throughout. Like, it was the totality of the battle to me.
I heard Tony Bro once say that, not Tony Bro, I'll take that back. Good says he breaks down a battle per round than the entire battle. I think that's the best explanation of how I actually look at battle. I look at round by round, then I think about the material through all 3 rounds. And if you look at the totality of the battle, him being clean, him starting with the information, like he had information on him, then he took that back and said, I'm not going to use that information to get you, and he drug that through.
Great angle.
He brung that through all 3 rounds. That's what solidified that win. So if you would have not slipped up, it would have been a harder decision.
Yeah, and it'd have been. I think they would have even given you the third too.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that they're going to give you the first 2 and not the third. It was too close not to give you the third. So you know what I mean? That was one of those battles. So man, shout out that Next. The young boy got a lot of pressure on him. Even though I personally don't like what he do, like I'm gonna give him his flowers. Like he got a lot of pressure on him, and a lot of that pressure is the pressure that he creates by the way he talks. But he comes to perform. Like there's nothing you can say about somebody.
You can't take that away from nobody. Because at the end of the day, like I said, he can be what all y'all saying a plant, but he
still got a job to do.
He still is writing the bars and he's still getting them out clean. So y'all gotta give him his respect.
Facts.
I'm one of them people that I watched the Rum Nitty battle. No, he did not do enough to beat Rum to me. But he did enough to show that he could be formidable in the URL.
To other people, because other people ain't Rum Nitty.
Ain't gonna get close to
you know what I mean?
So, ain't gonna get close.
And that's what I want to say too. Just because you have the same vocal projection as somebody does not mean you are like that person.
Yeah.
He raps and writes nothing like Rum Nitty. Stop saying he's a copy of Rum Nitty. No, he's not.
No.
There's nothing close. The material is nowhere near.
EFB is every fucking bar.
And he is not that type of dude. So
please stop saying that. He builds up his bar.
Yeah.
So it's not every fucking bar for him.
It's not. There's nowhere close. Vocal projection does not make you like anybody. He sound like him. He can't help how he sound.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
That's how he rap.
He don't. I mean, even the way he he lands a punch is kind of like Rum Nitty, if you want to say that. But the writing structure is nothing alike.
Because he lands the punch with something that you would not think would be the punch.
Yeah.
And that's the similarity. That's and the sound. To me,
but
that's
other than that, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, the content is nowhere near the same. Like, man, he can't do what nobody can. But definitely not him. Stop putting that pressure on him. Like, he don't need that. He the LeVar Ball of battle rap. He put the pressure on himself.
What I like about UM4, let me just go over. I love the Ultimate Madness tournaments. I love the content that they giving us every 2 weeks.
Facts.
I love the hunger that it brings out in the MC. So I've been loving the tournament format. Thank you very much, URL. Thank you very much, all the other leagues that's doing tournament formats right now, because it's really bringing back the essence of what battle rap. You don't know who this person is really. You got to go in there, figure it out, and rap. I like that. I love that.
And there's a such thing as winning and losing.
And it's a such thing
These
as winning
niggas been living off of
views,
2 rounds and
views.
What you did 6-7 years ago, do it now.
And I kept on hearing new URL all night, and it's really this process is really making it the new URL.
Facts.
I heard some debates about P and the Crucible process. Hey man, it seems to be working, man. I can't lie. It seems to be working. We're getting a lot of new good talent. I don't think that this class is as good as the last class with Real Sick and Easy and Jada Nightwing and Swamp. I don't think they're going to have as many people to go on.
Nah.
But I do believe that this is a good class.
They got some bright spots for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, at the end, you got Trufo beating She Happens. You got MVP getting Kid Slade out of here. You got Bose the Bambino getting beat by Next, and you have
Real Name
Brandon moving on with the bye. So what you're gonna get for a finals and you in the UM4 is a Midwest versus the West Summer Madness. Oh man, y'all gotta really put y'all in the work, man.
We've been deserving that, and you gonna get 5 weeks instead of 2 weeks into Summer Madness this time. So we expecting the best. The only person I worry about.
Don't sleep on this opportunity, man.
Yeah, it's Trufo, man, because I know he be having a lot going on back home. Man, you gotta separate yourself, bro. And just do what you need to do, man.
You need to holler at smacking them or something, man, and just stay on the West Coast.
Facts.
If you gonna get through this next, if you win in the semifinals against MVP, I think you need to stay around the West Coast into the battle and make sure that you can get into your focus. I know we all got stuff to handle at home. I don't know if you got to holler at Smack, holler at B.
And I don't know if you got kids. You know what I mean? You might can't just leave your kids.
You can't just leave your kids, but I do think that you need to separate yourself from that Chicago so you can really get into that.
Because it's your biggest opportunity, and you might not get another one of these. Look at how they killed Danny.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be worse for you.
And you've been showing that you belong where you at, bro.
Facts.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Trufo. Shout out to MVP. Shout out to Real Name Brandon. Shout out to Next, because I believe that all 4 of y'all, from the work that y'all have been putting in, are deserving and what y'all getting, man. So that was UM4. You want to tell them who you think gonna win between them?
Ooh, man,
might as well give them a full thing.
Yeah, this is tough for me, especially the Trufo and MVP.
Yeah,
because MVP was clearly had the performance of the night. It's not even close.
MVP right now, if you gotta have him as somewhat of a favorite.
Yeah, I'm edging him only because I can only go off what I seen last. Like, he was amazing last. The only thing I worry about is
Trufo's believability.
Yep, and although MVP cut from that cloth, his believability is not the same as Trufo's, man. And Trufo has showed that he know how to disarm people.
And I think
He did it twice.
I
Real Name Brandon gonna beat Next, bro. I can't see Next beating him because he got to sit on some material.
Man,
it's gonna be hard.
Real Name Brandon is going.
I feel
like he gonna edge that because he knows how to kind of bully the ring.
Yeah,
And
facts.
everything I seen for Real Name Brandon has been him pushing the envelope, and I really think he got a good chance of edging next. So if I had to call it, I'm gonna go opposite of bro, because I think True Foe has been elevating each level.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna elevate to the next level for the semifinals. So I got True Foe and Real Name Brandon in the finals.
And I got MVP versus Real Name Brandon in the finals.
So that's UM4.
But
man,
shout out to True Foe, man. Like, I really want to pick True Foe, but it's like,
I mean,
I can only go off what I seen last, and with that slip up, he definitely can't do that versus MVP. Because if MVP turned up from what he did this, oh my God.
what we do, man, here is we say what we think. We saying the truth. It's not a bias. It's not a hate. We just talk about the topics at hand and the people that we got in front of us, and we do it in a way in which we can break down why we got these people.
Facts.
And I can't be mad at bro for having MVP. We have different opinions at times. That's the reason why I said I love when Gunna here, bro. Because then you get two different perspectives on the same thing.
Facts.
So, True Foe, Real Name Brandon,
MVP, Real Name Brandon. But congrats to
Congrats
everybody,
to everybody, man. I see all four of y'all doing great things in the URL, man. Shout out to the West. Shout out to the Midwest, man. I love that we taking our spot. The new Midwest movement is really moving.
Facts.
Straight up. Shout out to everybody who been on the channel. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you hit the bell. Subscribe to About My Money TV, man. Don't watch me, watch About My Money TV. You see it over in the corner. If you want to cash app us, BMM merch. $, BMM. You're going to see that Bethea Banks Multimedia come up. Boom. Thank you for the donation. You feel me? Keep this content coming, man. We want to put on for the Midwest. We want to put on for battle rap. We're going to be bringing y'all great content. Bro got some stuff coming up. He gonna get in the hyperbaric chamber. We going Goku on the next person.
Facts. So, man, yeah, looking like end of September, early November. Like I said, man, I've been going through so much, so I gotta take a mental break. First of all, clear my head, man, before I go back in there. Battle rap is not something you jump in when you're not mentally prepared or mentally ready for it. So I know I need to take this time off. You know what I mean? The battle league that I battle on and other leagues that I'm dealing with, they allow me to take this little time off so I can come back and
man,
even better than I did last time. I'm always gonna elevate.
When you lose somebody, man, and it's really time to sit back, relax, rethink what you're doing, man. So I applaud you for coming over here today, being on camera with me. I know how hard it is, man. Shout out to all the supporters, man. Stay tuned, man. We're gonna be bringing y'all some more stuff. We're gonna talk about that bill collector. We're gonna talk about some of these season 1 standouts on the KLTD. We're gonna talk about this RBE card.
My brother, Mr. Mills, was on the card. I heard he went crazy.
Mr. Mills is back. So let's stay tuned. Watch the next one.
So I made the beat. I'm gonna pull up in that right phone. Pull up, yeah. Mama say